It's a very subtle point, but if you break that down, it's absolutely true. You think about it. Even if you need a piece of paper to sit and figure it out, once you grasp that concept, I liken it to the concept of lift in an airplane. Lift is very difficult to understand because we think of a force, actually pushing from the bottom, when in fact it's not. It's lifting from the top because you're creating a low pressure system over the wing. So it's a very difficult concept to grasp, but once you grasp it, it's something that you realize, oh wow, well logically that is so.
Mark, you've been reading my book. You've been peeking, Mark, because I have a whole bunch of information about how everyone says that the personality has to change in the addict. The writings say the personality. You have to have sufficient personality change to overcome addiction. And the reality of what is easy to change? Your personality or act naturally? Act naturally, Mark.
Sure.
And for most addicts and alcoholics, and they know it, I don't know if our audience knows it, but the ones who I'm speaking to know it, by nature, there's a certain degree we're oppositional, defiant, and rebellious.
Oh.
We're not generally cooperative, willing, and ready for surrender. In fact, a lot of times, too many guys we know take it to the grave before they become willing. And that's what this book is about, to free addicts and alcoholics from their madness, to relieve their families of their misery and their suffering. And that's what I've dedicated this effort to. And I'm very happy and very proud to launch it. And I'm talking to publishers now, and it's really going to be real. Right now, it's sitting on my bedroom drawer, but something's going to happen. I know it, because people have asked me for 25 years, put it in writing. I did. Okay, but that's not what this is about at the moment. What I want to speak about is, if you're going to act by being oppositional, defiant, and rebellious, then that is your strength. That's not your liability. And that's where you pull your strength from, because what you learn to do is you go into what I call the powers of change. And one of those powers is the power of resisting the resistance through the art of self-defiance. And when I challenge people to this, they get so excited about it because I tell them, challenge themselves. Do what you absolutely do not want to do that's good for you and for somebody else. If it's good for you, it's called discipline. If it's good for somebody else, it's called sacrifice. And those are not states that come easy to an addict or an alcoholic.
Right.
And they absolutely are spiritual in their nature.